So it's the day after the London Marathon and oh, what is this? My medal. Love it. I've got a full collection now as they do the same design for 3 years running and they do gold, silver and bronze. So I picked up the last one yesterday. Now if you haven't seen already, then I've done a full race report over obviously on this channel about the race, how I prepared for it, how it felt. I didn't capture much footage actually the day itself because I was very focused and in the zone. However, I talk about the whole race experience, how I got on, but if you didn't know, I got a PB. Still on cloud 9 if I'm being honest, and still hasn't really sunk in yet how that actually happened, but it did. I'm still processing it. So it's Monday today. It's now about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I have I've been busy all morning actually. I didn't sleep very well last night. I woke up halfway through the night. My legs were throbbing, my head was pounding. Like I think the adrenaline was just rushing through me. So I decided to, no, don't do that. I decided to just sit on the sofa for a few hours and just watch some TV. Managed to drift back off to sleep again. Back to sleep again and then slept until about 7 or 8 o'clock this morning. So plan of action for today is I'm actually getting a sports massage. The backs of my legs are what's worse. So my calves and my hamstrings, everything else seems to be okay, but I haven't quite tested the stairs yet. And then I'm just taking a day of rest. I'm just about to head to the food shop, to the supermarket, to go and do a food shop as I want to treat myself to a few treats. I'm just going to see what I can find and have that, and then yeah, I won't be running till about Wednesday or Thursday, I don't think. So I'm just going to take you this week on my recovery week and let you know how I'm recovering, what I'm doing, and what is next upcoming after this. Okay, so back from the food shop, and what I've been craving for the last few weeks is really silly, but crisps. I know that a lot of people won't see crisps as bad, but I just find that if I put better food in my body, I feel better. And the second thing I've been craving is cereal. Again, a food that someone would say like, oh, it's not that bad. But looking at the side of the box, the recommendation is 45 grams, which is about 200 calories for 45 grams of this. Look how little you get. No wonder why people think can overlook cereal. There's literally nothing in there. Literally nothing. Tuesday, back in the studio. I've been with a few morning clients and I've just done a bit of a workout and my arms are now shaking a little bit because of my workout. So I chose to do an upper body workout today just because I'm trying to look after the legs this week. So I've been doing some back, arms and shoulder exercises. It's been good just to lift some weights and not take a couple of days before the marathon. I felt like I slept funny, and now doing some of these exercises I just feel like I've got a bit of tension here again. But legs surprisingly feel okay today. When I first got up, the calves were in a lot of pain, but feeling quite good now. So still not going to run yet, although I'm tempted. The weather's not that great outside today, so oh my god, this is really shaking now for my arms. But yeah, still going to save it till Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday saw me heading off to the gym again. My neck and back were quite bad, so I worked through some mobility sequences and did some light cross training. Still no running by this point. Thursday and the first run of the week. Woohoo! It's felt so strange not running at all this week, but I know that my body has needed this rest and recovery. I went out with one of my friends, Naomi. It was her birthday, and on her plan was 4 miles. So I thought, yep, I think I can manage that. And I don't know about anyone else this week, but my legs have actually been okay. I had the sports massage on Monday. My hamstrings and calves have been fairly tight throughout the week, but throughout the day it's kind of like eased off. But it's actually been like the tiredness and the sort of like exhaustion that's got to me more. So I've just felt constantly quite tired, not like awfully, but it like I can just obviously tell. And as well, just the hunger, the post-marathon hunger has been insane. Like nothing bad, but it's just natural and it's absolutely fine. But I love today's run. Really, it felt great to be out there. Didn't manage to get caught in the rain, and it was like it was sunny for part of it, so yeah, it was really nice. Really glad to be back out there and just running again. I am planning to go to yoga tomorrow, which is great, so I'm looking forward to just easing off all of my muscles, and then the weekend park run, and then on Sunday we've got the Rocket 5k. So it's part of the Milton Keynes Marathon weekend. At the start of the week, because I felt quite good, I was like, yeah, I'm going to try and go for a time. But then going for the run today, I just felt like, oh, I can tell I've got a marathon in me. So I'm just going to relax. I'm going to take the pressure off and just give it a go and see how I get on. It's probably going to hurt, but we'll wait and see. And then tomorrow night I'm popping down to the Up and Running Expo. So again, I will take you along with me and show you what's going on. I'll do a separate video on that as well, as they'd like me to blog about it. But yeah, just to anyone out there that's recovering after a marathon, it's okay to feel tired, to feel hungry. I even yesterday got a bit emotional because I was like, post-marathon blues, and I'm just like, what's next? But I've printed out a calendar and I've put on there like my upcoming races, so I know I've got things to work towards. But it's just natural, it's normal. Do not panic or worry if you're also feeling like this, or to anyone that's doing a marathon, if you feel like this once you've done it, it's okay. At the Up and Running store in Milton Keynes, and they're hosting the expo today. I can't believe how many Perfect. It is.
Training shoes. So what you end up doing, you see how your knees cross over.
Yeah.
So you're almost doing that, which is again, it's wasted energy, which you don't want to waste. Whereas you've still got it a bit, but either that or we put you in a stability shoe. But I think if we put you in a stability shoe, you can feel really good.
Thank you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good.
I thought I'd volunteer today because I'm...
Good morning and happy Sunday, in the way that Anna Jason Chaplin would introduce us. It's Milton Keynes Marathon weekend. Woo! Woo! And this morning is the Rocket 5k, a practically downhill 5k, so if you want a fast time, this is the one to do. However, it is the day before the half and the full, so a lot of people just use it as a nice little warm-up before the main event, where you get 3 medals if you do both races. Now, I put a bit of pressure on myself to get a time today, which I know I shouldn't have, and but we're 6 days post London, so just got to see how the legs do. But usual race environment, I get scared, I get nervous, but let's just see what the legs can do. Come on, coach.
Both the same start line, just in 2 different places, so we can get more people through down to the finish. Was that a cheer for our race organiser? Well, I don't think that was very good. Are you ready for a cheer for our race organiser, Andy Hulley? Now he's going to get there first to make sure you're going the right direction, so some pressure on him, eh? No, I'm joking. Okay, so we've got 2 start lines. Both start lines are the same distance, so it's all measured, so there's no stress. The roads are all closed. They're all closed. There will be no traffic except for any blue light situation. Arms up in the air for the pictures. You're on Facebook Live on FM. We've also got our photography.
Come on, Wendy! Go, Wendy!
Superb running, everyone. Go on, Wendy. Go on, Sam. Superb. Well done, everyone.
Go on, Sadie! Go on! Go on, Zed!
Well done, Andy, Abby, Robin.
Pardon? Oh, maybe. Do you want a picture together, ladies?
Back home from the rocket with my lovely medal. So I must admit that nerves got the better of me today. Well, this morning before the race. Last night I was getting so worried about it. I put an Instagram post up asking everyone what they guessed my times was, and everyone was predicting quite fast times for me. So I think I let that get into my head. I almost chickened out this morning, almost wimped out and didn't run it. However, I got to the start line, and again I was just filled with fear. I was more nervous, I think, lining up for the 5k than I was for the marathon last weekend. A whole different experience that was going on up here. However, I just tried to, a couple of minutes ago, I just thought, just run, that's all you can do, just try your best, let your legs and lungs carry you as fast as they can, and just see what you can do. Personally, I gave myself a target of under 20 minutes. Last year's rocket was 18:53, however I did have 2 weeks recovery from London rather than just the week that I've had since last week. So I just thought, just go with it. A few people that were around us were going for 20, but then when you think about it, when you just start, you just have to run your own race. So that's what I did. I started out, I think it took me 5 seconds to start across the line, and I just ran. I tried to take it steady in the first mile and not over egg it too much because the first bit is uphill, and then by the second mile it was starting to quite hurt, and by the third mile it was tough. But I think that's how you run a 5k. I gave everything in that last mile as well and ended up with 19:02. So I've got to be pretty happy with that. 9 seconds off of the time last year, 5th female, and like the quickest 5k that I've run this year so far. So yeah, really happy with that, considering that I've got marathon in my legs. It's given me fuel to something to keep going, and also a benchmark of where I'm at right now. So yeah, happy with that. I don't know if I could have pushed a bit harder in the first mile to get a few more seconds, but then maybe that would have made that third mile a lot harder than it actually was today, because I remember last year actually wanting to walk partway through the 5k because I was in that much pain. But overall, the recovery week has been a really good week, and I'm really glad that I've listened to my body. I've only done 2 runs apart from today, and today was just a bit of fun, just to see where I'm at. So I've been enjoying food a little bit more this week. I don't think I've really drunk any alcohol. No, I haven't actually. No, I had a few drinks to celebrate on Sunday, but no, not really drunk since. So I've just been trying to listen to my body this week and give it the rest and recovery that is needed. I've just felt super tired for most of the week, so I've been going to bed earlier. I've been trying to stretch out. I went to yoga on Friday and that was great. So that's the thing with a marathon, it's like, don't ever feel like you need to run. I've only ran 3 times this week. I have wanted to run more, but I know that I've needed to give my body that rest. I've done other things. I've been out walking, or I went to yoga and did some mobility work at the gym So it's just about looking after yourself after a marathon, and don't ever compare to what someone else is doing, because other people might be out running straight away back into their normal routine. But you know, for me personally, I left pretty much everything out there on the streets of London last week, so I know that I need to look after myself so that then I can go into the next training block feeling fit, healthy and ready. So now that this is done, what is next? So excitingly, obviously the rocket was today. The next race I have lined up is the Vitality 10K on the bank holiday Monday at the end of this month, and then 5 days after that I will be doing an ultra. Yep, an ultra, 35 miles. So the way that I've looked at my training for this is that I've done the marathon, and I'm just going to try and now, once I've had this week out of the way, is just try and get out and do some runs, not for time but just keeping time on feet now. So I've done my own training plan leading up to this. I'm not going into it with any expectations, but I just feel like I need to do one to see what it's like. I'm not going for a time, I'm not going to do it fast. If I need to walk lots of it, then that be the case, but that is it. And then once the ultra's done, I've got a couple of holidays in June, so June is going to be a down month and I'm just going to enjoy some time off. And then once we come back in July then we hit it hard again leading up to the New York Marathon, so that's the next target. I've got another half booked in October, about 3 weeks before the race, so that's going to be a race that I target as well, doing the Great Eastern Run, which is in Peterborough. So that's what the calendar's looking like: Vitality 10K, the ultra, some downtime, and then leading up to the New York Marathon. So I hope this has helped you with how to recover for a marathon. And next video I am running about the course tomorrow of the Milton Keynes Marathon, so I'll take you along with me, show you a bit of what's going on, and yeah, let me know if you've done London or a recent marathon, how you're recovering and how it's all